Stop writing your grant application before you've even built a plan, because this one habit is quietly destroying your success rate and you don't even realize you're doing it. And if you've ever thought, I'll just apply and see what happens, this video could save you weeks. I'm Philippa Bonham. I help small businesses, social enterprises, community interest companies, and charities to start and grow. I've seen this same mistake many times. Brilliant people, brilliant ideas, but there's no real plan. Funders aren't rejecting you because you're small. They reject you because they can't clearly see these three things. 1, what problem you're solving. 2, how you'll deliver it. 3, how you'll prove it works. If any of these are fuzzy, then you will get that polite, unfortunately, we can't fund you email. Which is funder speak for lovely idea, but we have no clue what you're actually doing. Stay with me, because in a minute I will show you my one-page bid ready plan. The exact headings that you need before you write a single word. Once you have this, most bids become 10 times easier. So here's the mistake. People always start with the application form. They see a fund and they read the eligibility and they're like, yes, this one's for me. So they pull out the form and off they go. They see 20 questions and they try and randomly answer each one. When you do it like this, here's what happens. You repeat yourself. You waffle. You contradict yourself. You forget your budgets, your staffing, and sometimes you write different outcomes throughout the bid. And the bid just feels like a collection of answers. It's not a clear delivery plan. It's not a coherent project. If you recognise yourself in that, well, good, you're in the right place, because it means you're normal. So let's see how we can fix it. Before you start to write the bid, you create a one page with 5 headings. And this is what I use with clients because it forces clarity and it works. The first heading you will put on that piece of paper is the problem. So what's happening? Who's affected? What evidence backs it up? So, for example, this may look like in Doncaster. I'm using Doncaster because I work in Doncaster quite a fair bit. In Doncaster, young people aged 11 to 18 report that they have low confidence and they don't have any access to positive activities. Local feedback and data shows that, and then you put your statistics in and your evidence and your feedback. The second heading would be your solution. Now, that may be your activities or your service that you're providing. So your solution, what will you actually do? Be specific. You want when, where, how often, what will you do, who delivers it, and how many people are involved. The third heading will be outcomes. This is about what changes for people. So it's not we will raise awareness because that's an activity. It's about the change that you make. An outcome is that people will be able to use an iPad to do their banking. People will report that they feel more confident in their digital and financial skills. People will improve their financial situation. Be clear on what your outcomes are right from the start, because that is what funders want to see, and that's ultimately what they want to fund. The fourth heading is proof. So how will you prove it? Funders love simple measurement, so keep it simple for yourselves too. You could track attendance. You'll have attendance numbers. You can create a short survey. You do it at the start of the provision and at the end of the provision, either on the same session, or if you've got a series of sessions, then you can measure the progress and the distance travelled. Feedback quotes. So talk to the people you're working with and gain feedback from them about how they feel about the sessions, how they feel about the work that you're doing, if they've found any changes. Use their words to let funders know how you're doing, how you can prove that you are making a difference. Progress tracking. You may have volunteers that you could track how they are progressing. So it might be that you give them some training. You may have a volunteer induction process. You may have on-the-job training that you can report back. So that's a way of proving how you do the work that you do. Case studies are really valuable. So it may only involve one person and their journey, where you prove the work that you do has an impact for those beneficiaries that you're working with. The fifth heading is delivery and cost. So who's responsible? Who are your partners? What will it cost? Create a basic budget that matches the activities that you're going to do. So think through the whole process from start to finish. If your plan says you're going to do 30 weekly sessions, but your budget says £200 for the full year, then you're either magic or you're delusional. So you need to adjust accordingly. Make your budget realistic. Get quotes in. Be as specific as you can be. When you do this one-page plan, then two things will happen. One, your applications become consistent because every answer comes from the same place, from the plan. The second thing is that you sound credible because you're not guessing. You're building it up from a defined project plan. You're describing a deliverable project. Once you've done those 5 headings, go through each heading again and make sure you've got the detail in there. So think again. What, when, how, who, why, how much. This is your cue to stop just staring at that form and trying to answer those questions. Start with the one-page bid, ready plan. That's your problem, your solution, your outcomes, your proof, and your delivery and cost. Those 5 things create your plan. So if you want, I can make this ridiculously easy for you. I have templates and a step-by-step guide inside my not-for-profit Lunch and Grow program. It's built for people who are in their first 0 to 3 years who don't have the money or time to guess. So it's a perfect short course, 4.5 hours in total, for you to learn as much as you need to do to get started. If you're not ready to invest in your skills yet, then that's no problem. Start by using this one-page plan that I've talked about, and you'll see on your next bid that you'll immediately feel the difference. Let me know how you get on. Thank you for listening.